Hey everybody, it's Irene with BrainStormAcres, and today I have stuff to do. I am going to convert this mostly unused bed into something functional. And that means I have to clean it out. There's I think that's a volunteer potato, which just cracks me up. We also have a few Sweet Williams here that are not particularly happy. And I'm going to clear out the dead Sweet Williams. I'm going to clear out some of the other flowers because even though I really like the flowers, they don't belong in a garden bed like this. So this was full of grass yesterday. I pulled that out, and what I did leave in here was there is some dill that's self-seeded here, and I try and always leave the dill. So this dill over here was chewed on. The squirrels are even eating the dill this year. You know, what can you say? But I'm going to see if I can transplant one or two of these daisies over into another section of garden, and other than that, this is going to go. So I have my gloves. I am wearing my cool little apron that I got for some buddies on YouTube. And it's perfect because I don't really need any warmth today. It's already about 88 degrees in the yard. It would, of course, be cooler in the shade, but there isn't any. I pulled a ton of weeds the other day, right after it had rained. That's the easiest time to pull weeds. But there was only so many hours in the day, so I didn't get to everything. I did get the grass out of here in the bed, which is great. I hate to pull these flowers, but they are weeds, and sometimes you just have to say, I can't eat you. So, yeah. We also have a couple of self-seeded sunflowers in here, which I am going to pull also. They're very invasive, and although I love them, they are problematic. There's just a couple of leeks in here that still have some usable bulbiness to them. Most of the rest is past its best of use by date. This is one of those, I would call it a deserted bed. I watered it to keep it alive, but early on I did actually harvest quite a bit of the leeks and stuff. But then somewhere along the line it just sort of sat. It's interesting. I don't think of its leeks as bulbing, but this guy did. So. I have these daisies all over the property here. Well, I shouldn't say all over the property. I should say all over the yard. They showed up in the yard randomly, probably brought in by a bird. About 3 years ago. And as with all things around here, the wild things tend to be invasive. So we allowed them to go, and now we've gotten to the point where we have to control them. Otherwise, they take over the world and you have no beds left. Now, when I pulled this out, let's see, I'll toss that over there. I also pulled up a grub. We definitely have grubs back this year. We did not use any spring treatments on the beds, and we're going to see how bad that bites us. Best way to put it. Usually I use beneficial nematodes to control the grubs, and like many things we had planned to do this spring, it didn't happen. So, in fact, I didn't even go so far as to buy it this spring. So, now we will suffer the consequences of our negligence. Hopefully not too badly. I am going to stir this up really well to see if I can knock down a bunch of these guys. This is going to go into the kitchen. And we'll see if it's tasty or not. I'm also going to try and control a few of these, which are beautiful flowers. They're a solanum. They are a nightshade. And they are incredibly invasive and hard to get rid of. Very annoying beasties with big stickers that stick your fingers to death. Even leather gloves are not sufficient a lot of times to protect you from them. So let me get these in the house. Couldn't resist pulling a couple of weeds on the way by, because that's what I do. Okay, that's a start. I wonder if that was accidentally pulled out partially yesterday, because I'm seeing water all over here. This bed is full of ants. I hate ants. My minimum goal is to always keep the solanums from seeding. So if I can't do anything else, I at least try and keep them from dropping new seeds. Do have one section of sweet williams over here that seem to have survived. I'm not exactly sure what happened. I think one of the irrigation lines failed here or something. And I didn't have enough irrigation on it because this was supposed to be taken care of months ago, and it wasn't. I'm going to get those completely out of the way. I'm going to process this entire thing today. Put in better irrigation. Messy. Messy, 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 messy. Okay. I'm going to pull off some of this stuff, leave the rest of it, and not worry about it. Okay. Now I need my rake. It should be over there. We'll see. What happened to my rake? See a rake. That's not the one I want. So let's see if it's over here. I see my hoe. That's a good start. All right. Now, the good part about stirring this up so much is it should make it fairly obvious we have grubs. Although the grubs can be quite far down. Not seeing anyone except for that one, but these grubs will eat the roots off plants, and the grub I did find was in with the plants, so I'm stuck here by a plant. Okay, plant, thou shalt not stick. You can get away pretty much with being a weed around my garden some years if you don't stick me. But if you stick me, it will not go well. So far, like I say, except for that one that I pulled out of the plant area. Now this is where the plants were. It's also where the ants are. So, now we'll see if they're in with the plants. There's a few bits of trash that are left over from there's a worm. Yeah, there's just a few bits and pieces of leek roots and stuff left here. But I'm not seeing grubs, which is great. Now, let's see. I'm trying to work around a few self-seeded dill. The dill in that bed over there, I need to harvest the heads on this morning before it rains. We have a chance to rain this afternoon. I don't know if it will or not, but I still want to harvest it on the theory that it doesn't need to get rained on. We get usually a pretty decent harvest of dill seed every year. We do buy some in commercial packs for those years that I do a lot of canning. I do want to have it on hand just in case we wind up doing any canning this fall. I don't know. We have a pretty decent collection of pickles and things still in storage, so I'm not in a humongous hurry to do it. But if it gets to be fall and we have too many cucumbers, I will can rather than letting it go to waste.